Imagine floating on the moon. You could jump super high. The moon's gravity is different than Earth's. Look out the spaceship window. What do you see? The moon is gray and dusty. There are craters everywhere. Footprints are all over the moon. They are from the Apollo astronauts. The footprints will stay there forever. Can you imagine walking on the moon? It would be an amazing adventure. Just a quick one before we get stuck in. Don't forget to check out our amazing primary school resources at Starbuck Education and Wild Goose Education to enhance your teaching. From 1950, the United States and the Soviet Union were in a race. This wasn't just any race, it was a race to prove who was the superior power in space exploration. The stakes were incredibly high, and the entire world was watching with anticipation. The competition was fierce, and both nations were determined to outdo each other in every possible way. It was called the space race. This monumental contest began in the late 1950s and continued through the 1960s, capturing the imagination of people everywhere. The space race was not just about technological advancements, it was also a battle of ideologies. With capitalism and communism, each striving to prove their system was superior, both countries wanted to be the first to land on the moon. The moon became the ultimate prize, a symbol of technological prowess and national pride. Landing on the moon would demonstrate not only scientific and engineering excellence but also the ability to achieve the seemingly impossible. President John F. Kennedy challenged America. In a bold and visionary speech, he set the nation on a course to achieve this extraordinary goal. His words inspired a generation and galvanized the country into action. He said, "We choose to go to the moon in this decade." This declaration was more than just a statement, it was a call to action. It signified a commitment to push the boundaries of human capability and to explore new frontiers. He knew it would be hard, but he believed we could do it. Kennedy's confidence was infectious, and it spurred countless scientists, engineers and astronauts to dedicate themselves to this monumental task. The challenge was immense, but the potential rewards were even greater. The Soviet Union launched the first satellite and the first man into space. These achievements were groundbreaking and demonstrated the Soviet Union's capabilities in space technology. The launch of Sputnik and Yuri Gagarin's historic flight were significant milestones that intensified the competition. This made the space race even more exciting. The world watched in awe as each new achievement was broadcasted. The excitement was palpable, and the sense of anticipation grew with each passing day. People from all walks of life were excited by the unfolding drama. The United States worked hard to catch up. Determined not to be outdone, America poured resources into its space program. Astronauts underwent rigorous training, and engineers worked tirelessly to develop the technology needed to reach the moon. Meet the brave astronauts of Apollo 11. This historic mission, which took place in July 1969, was a monumental achievement in human history. The crew consisted of 3 incredibly skilled and courageous astronauts who dedicated themselves to exploring the unknown and pushing the boundaries of human capability. They were the first humans to walk on the moon. This mission was not just a leap for these astronauts but a giant leap for mankind. First we have Neil Armstrong. Neil was not only a skilled pilot but also a dedicated engineer. His calm demeanor and exceptional skills made him the perfect choice for the mission commander. Neil was the first person to walk on the moon. His famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," continue to inspire generations. Next we have Buzz Aldrin. He was the Lunar Module pilot. Buzz was known for his technical expertise and his ability to solve complex problems under pressure. Buzz walked on the moon with Neil. Together, they conducted experiments, collected samples and took photographs that would provide invaluable data for scientists back on Earth. Finally, we have Michael Collins. He was the command module pilot. Michael played a crucial role in the mission, ensuring that the command module remained in perfect working order while orbiting the moon. Michael stayed in orbit around the moon while Neil and Buzz explored the surface. His vigilance and expertise were vital in ensuring the safe return of the crew to Earth. These astronauts trained very hard for their mission. They learned how to move in space and how to use all of their equipment. Their rigorous training included simulations, physical conditioning, and mastering the use of the lunar module. This preparation was essential for the success of their mission and their safety. The launch of Apollo 11 was a momentous event, watched by millions around the world. The Saturn V rocket, which carried the astronauts into space, was a marvel of engineering and a testament to human innovation. Back on Earth, Mission Control played a critical role in guiding the astronauts and ensuring the mission's success. After their successful mission, the Apollo 11 crew safely returned to Earth, where they were celebrated as heroes. Their journey not only marked a significant achievement in space exploration, but also united people around the world. On July 16, 1969, the Apollo 11 mission launched into space. The Saturn V rocket was as tall as a skyscraper. The engines roared, the ground shook, the rocket soared into the sky. People all over the world watched on television. They cheered as Apollo 11 began its journey to the moon. The journey took 3 days. The astronauts ate freeze-dried food and slept in special sleeping bags. Section 5. One giant leap for mankind. The lunar module called the Eagle landed on the moon on July 20, 1969. This historic event marked the culmination of years of intense research, development, and sheer determination. The mission, known as Apollo 11, was a monumental achievement not just for NASA, but for all of humanity. Neil Armstrong radioed back to Earth. "Houston, Tranquility Base here, the Eagle has landed." These words signified the successful landing of the lunar module on the moon's surface, a feat that had never been accomplished before. The tension and excitement were palpable as the world waited with bated breath to hear those words. He then said these famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." This iconic phrase captured the essence of the achievement. It was a small step for one man, but it represented a giant leap forward for all of humanity. It showed what we could achieve when we worked together. The success of the Apollo 11 mission was a result of the collaboration and dedication of countless individuals. Scientists, engineers, astronauts, and support staff all played a crucial role in making this dream a reality. Section 6. Exploring the lunar surface. Neil and Buzz spent hours walking on the moon. They collected rocks and soil samples. They planted an American flag in the lunar surface. They also conducted experiments. They wanted to learn more about the moon's environment. The astronauts took pictures of everything they saw. The pictures showed us the beauty and wonder of the moon. It was a day of exploration and discovery. Section 7. Returning to Earth. A splashdown ending. After their adventure, it was time for the astronauts to return to Earth. They left the moon in the lunar module. They docked with the command module where Michael Collins was waiting. Then they jettisoned the lunar module. The astronauts splashed down in the Pacific Ocean on July 24, 1969. Navy divers helped them out of the capsule. Section 8. The Moon Landing. Our first steps into the cosmos. The Apollo 11. Moon landing was a historic event. It changed the way we see ourselves and our place in the universe. It showed us that anything is possible. It inspired generations of scientists, engineers, and explorers. Did you know that only 12 people have walked on the moon? That's a very small number. Maybe one day, you could be one of them. Keep looking up at the stars and never stop dreaming big.